everybody, for today's video I am doing a first impression swatches and eye look with the Natasha Denona Lila Palette, and I'm so excited because I'm a huge fan of Natasha Denona and that's a very expensive palette. You're gonna think like, yeah, she loves everything that she's talking about on YouTube. Well, first reason is I'm sort of careful when I purchase something to review for you because I'm not a huge guru yet on YouTube and I can't afford to buy everything. So it's true that I'm already a little bit picky. I play in store where obviously I didn't play with this one in store because we don't have it here in Canada. I don't know if you're lucky enough to swatch it in your local Sephora store. Go for it because yeah, it's expensive. I know it's $169 in Canada and it's $129 in the US. So for sure, if you have a chance to go and swatch it, go. Well, spoiler alert, these swatches are amazing as always, but once again, you can't judge a palette by the swatches. For me, it's just to give you an idea of the pigmentation and the color range. For today's video, I wanted to create something more like in the subtle, very wearable tones. I have a feeling some people might be a little bit scared of some of the colors in it. Anyway, if you want to see how I created that first look, keep on watching, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel and also follow me on my other social media. Without any further ado, let's jump on the swatches and then the look. Look at that, the packaging is on point, very similar to the Sunset palette, but instead it's like a nice like purple color. Then ta-da! We still have that beautiful mirror. I haven't removed the protective film yet. And then look at this palette. This is so beautiful. If you like purples, well, I'm sure you can go from like something very subtle to something, well, very dramatic. So I'm really excited for that palette. Okay, let's do some swatches. Per se. So I would say it's like a nice taupe with a hint of purple or mauve in it, matte shadow and very creamy. Viola or viola, looks like a nice satin purple with some bluish reflect. Amara, like a nice grape with a hint of brown. Cyclone, that looks like it's a duochrome shadow. I would say it shades from like a nice warm pink to a copper color. Very pretty. Nude Vino. And we have Layla. Yeah, it's a very nice cashmere brown. Then we have one I'm really excited for. It's Amethyst. Look at that. Yeah, it has a blue shift, like some blue micro glitters with a base of purple. Magentic. Magnolia, which is a very nice flower. I love that flower. And this is a nice, I would say, peachy gold shimmer. Look at that. Super pretty. Nude Mauve. It looks really gray, but let's see how it turns out on the skin. Yeah, I think this would be a very nice transition shade. It has a little bit of mauve, and it's actually a little bit warmer than it looks on the pan. It doesn't look as gray. Then the last row, Juno. That would be beautiful in the inner corner or for like a icy eye look. Livid, that looks like a beautiful like mauve or lilac gunmetal color, and it's duochrome. You have like a warm brown base and then you have that metallic like dark purple. Pure or Pure, not sure how you pronounce that. It's kind of the same family as this one, but like this one is rose and copper. This one is like a deep purple with some copper. Then a very interesting shade as well is Dragon Bite. This is duochrome and it's like a mix of like magenta, olive green. Also, you don't really see the green on camera. There's a little bit of green. It doesn't look as green as it is on the pan, which is interesting. And then we have Helio. and it's like a beautiful silver mauve or mauve bronze, I don't know, very interesting. Here are the 15 shades. This is beautiful. Well, this swatch super nicely, like super pigmented, super creamy, buttery. Well, I think you can have a lot of fun with that palette. Definitely you can create something very dramatic with both shades, and you can also like play more safely and stick to like the like something more soft, like a nice like soft like everyday eye look. I don't know what I'm gonna realize or create for that first look, but this is very exciting. I'm super excited to play with these colors. This is so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to prep my lid with my Tarte Lid Lock in Buff. I really like that eyeshadow primer. It cancels all the discoloration, and also if you have little veins like I have, it just neutralizes everything. First, I'm going to go to the shade New Mauve, a little bit of Kick Up, and I'm going to take a fluffy brush and place it in my crease. Okay, so that's very pigmented, and it translates way warmer on the skin. Very pretty. Do some like windshield wipe motions and also swirl. So it's like nice and diffused. So very buildable, which I like with Natasha Denona's eyeshadows. You can honestly put a little shimmer on the lid and call it a day. Very pretty color. Then I'm gonna go to Amara and go back to my crease with it and the outer corner. So far I'm really loving the mattes. And this palette, if you have, well, I'm sure it will look good on every eye color, but especially if you have a little bit of grain in your eyes, well, it will for sure enhance it. Look at that, how I just gave like some dimension. And I'm gonna go to the shade Per Se, a nice like mauvey gray, and I'm going to put it in the inner corner of my eyes, my eyelid. And gently link it to the rest of the color that is in the outer corner, doing that windshield swipe motion, leaving the center of the lid bare. Now I'm gonna pick up the shade Layla and place it in the outer corner towards the middle of your lid. Very pigmented. And place it right here, and then the little arch. I'm just gonna use my finger to see how it is. Yeah, look at that. Cool. Even more pigmented. And then I'm going to apply Elio with my finger in the center of my lid. Blend. Then I'm gonna go to Juno and place it in the inner corner of my eye. I may spray my brush for that. Just gonna see how it looks first dry. Let's see with a wet brush what it does. Oh yeah. I'm gonna place a little bit under my brow bone. Yeah, look at that. That's a beautiful highlight for the brow bone. A little bit intense, sure, but you can be a little bit more subtle than that was. I'm gonna go back to Nude Mauve and just make sure that the transition is nice and that it blends everything together. Wow, so far I am like thrilled. This is so good. All the eyeshadows are blending super great together. I love it. So I'm gonna go and finish the rest of my face and then finish the eyes. Just a little tip, if you want a highlighter that match like some like other purple shades, you know, I will go with Kitten from Stila. It's so pretty. Look at that. Really liking it, and it's kind of like a nice like pasty, like it's very creamy in the pan. And look, so pretty, just say. I'm going to take some of the Per Se and just run it under my lower lash line and go like nicely like right under. You can go thinner if you want, but I like something a little bit sultry for that look. Like a nice like smoky. So see, I just a little banana here and I cover it. And then I'm gonna go to Livid, which is that very nice, you know, duochrome shadow. Very pretty color. And I'm actually gonna do a little link here. I'm not sure I'm gonna use Amethyst. I'm gonna use it a little bit, just a little bit, because I really want to try it, but it will be the star of the show for another look. I'm gonna deepen a little bit the outer corner up there, and for that I'm gonna go back to Layla, this one. A little bit of fallout. Okay, I'm not gonna do a wing liner, I'm just gonna put some mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm gonna put something very nude on my lips. Right now I only have balm and a little bit of highlighter. I'm putting the Charlotte Tilbury Nude Kate. Verdict of that first impression for the Lila palette. I love it. Not really surprised here. This is a beautiful product. Leather-like cover, beautiful iridescent lilac purple color with Natasha Denona and Lila palette pressed into it. Some, I don't know how you call that in French, we say surpiqûre, and this is like the little detail, you know. And then, well, you have that magnetic opening system or closing system that you find in all over eyeshadow palettes. So that is like, you know, travel proof, let's say. There's no risk that it will open in your bag. And then, well, you have that very nice, very clear mirror. You still have that little flip here. It's a little bit annoying. I got used to it with the other palettes, and sure, it protects if you like have some kick up on the pan, you know, and when you close it you don't have some of the pigments that will go disturb the other colors. So for that it's good. But now it's true, well, because I am doing like tutorials, I'm showing you how to put colors after colors, like it's a little bit annoying to have to flip all the time. But I guess the more you use the palette and the more you say the names, the more you just remember them at the end. So it's not a big problem. You can still remove it if you want. That's an option. Or yeah, I know it's more aesthetic to have like a nice like black frame and not have like the name like just like printed under, but I don't know if people care so much about that. Don't care at all about names, you know. So I think people are being a little bit like, well, you know, they have to find something wrong to say about Natasha Denona. So that would be the little flip, sure. For me, it's not a big problem. Then these colors, honestly, look at the swatches. I seriously can't wait to play more with that palette. These colors, look at the payoff, the pigmentation. For all the shadows, I had like a dry brush or just a finger. And except for Juno, right? Yeah, see, I'm starting already to remember the names. This shade, just for the inner corner, I had my brush a little bit sprayed. But otherwise, super pigmented. It blends super nicely. It blends like butter. You can build up the color very easily too. never looks patchy. It looks so nice. Like right now that I'm just in love with that mauvey smoky eye, and I think, well, it will look good on every eye color. If you have a little bit of green like me, well, I'm a huge fan of that because the green of my eyes like pops, you know, a little bit. I have honestly nothing wrong to say about that palette, except for, of course, the price. But if you look at videos, very in-depth reviews, like Nicole, she will tell you how much an eyeshadow costs per gram and compare it with other brands. And if I recall well, she was saying that basically this little guy per gram and per shadows cost less than the Subculture palette of Anastasia Beverly Hills or the Modern Renaissance, if you want to compare. And you get really large pan. Not everybody needs to use that amount of products. If you're not a makeup artist, are you gonna use it within a year? I'm not sure, but honestly, me, from the moment, you know, like they always like give a limit, like a 12-month or 6 months, and if I recall well, the Subculture palette is only 6 months. It's made in Italy, it's paraben free, not tested on animals. Again, you get like 15 eyeshadows, each are 2.5 grams. If you can afford it, it's a beautiful palette. If you're a purple like lover, well, for sure jump on it. If you don't already have a blue purple, and if you have that one, again, I don't have it to compare, so I'm not sure. I would love to see comparison. You can go from something very, very subtle, very smoky, like very neutral, because this stays like very sage. You know, like it looks like a very nice like smoky eye. This is a look you can wear so easily. It's very wearable. So I wanted to show you for that first look that you should not be scared of like the very bold colors that you see in the palette, and that this palette is very versatile. But I will for sure do more bold looks with it. Please let me know if there is any question, any request for a look with that palette. I'll be more than happy to answer and help you figuring that out. You know, if you're a collector, makeup collector, I will definitely save for Natasha Denona, because each product, each palette that I try on, I'm in love. The Sunset palette, I used it the entire summer, created so many different looks, love it, and I used it so much it doesn't look beat up at all. I have it actually here. Okay, you know what, and it looks so nice on your shelf, like if you showcase your makeup. But look at these two little sisters here, they're so pretty, right? Look at that. So exactly the same size as the Sunset palette. I don't know if you can tell that I used it a lot, but yeah, I used it the entire summer, and this is how it looks like. And this is such a great balance, like warm tones, cool tones. There's lots of duochromes in that one. So gorgeous, and I'm so glad she kept that one in her permanent collection. It's not limited anymore, and it's coming back on October 26th. So October 26th, you can get that beautiful look. I will link the video up there and down below, so you can take a look at the tutorial. But yeah, this is coming back on October 26th. So that's it, my friends, for this video. I hope you like this kind of video when I do like a first impression, swatches, and first look with a palette. If you do, please let me know down below in the comments. Of course, I'm gonna do a 3 looks 1 palette. With this one, I'm gonna play a little bit more, figure out which kind of looks you would like to see with that palette. Once again, please give me some feedbacks and some requests, and that really helps to pick, you know, which look I'm gonna show you guys, because I create so many. I'm not filming every time, of course. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.